live in the middle of the night, depending on where you're watching me from. What time is it? Oh my gosh. It is 103, so that could be an angel number significant to this reading. 1036. My battery's on 60%. That's 10. 6, 3, 1. Yeah, so 10 ending of cycles. That's been very prevalent in the topic of my readings. And for those of you that are in the UK watching me and different other countries and continents, hello. From Isis So They Lose here live on YouTube with you guys. I put it down in the description. So I'm going to be doing a general collective message and collective reading because oh my gosh, I'm getting thirsty again. Every time, like the past 2 times, I stop to like get on live to do this reading. Every time I get so thirsty, so like strap in. Okay. I feel like collectively there is some friction, and there are some people that are really thirsty, metaphorically, and maybe they feel dried out, dehydrated, like physically, as well as like very anxious, very disjointed, even like some chest pains, like panic attacks or sharp pains, or like even like an emotional heart attack, like somebody really is like heart shattered into pieces. I feel like that's several people. But y'all, before we get too deep into why I hopped on here at this late ass hour, well, one, I've been having so many downloads and channels in the middle of the night, or like I would say like after 11 o'clock, and I don't know if that's because, well, I mean, I always have channel messages all through the day, I feel like, but I don't know if it's because, we've been snowed in, and that's kind of like when my house has been quiet with my kid for the past, like, I don't know, how many days I lost count that, it's been like this. I don't know, 3 or 4, whatever. But I've just been like up, like wide awake in the middle of the night, because it's just like, who wants to be up in the middle of the night talking about bullshit, right? But karmics be karmicking, and they stay doing wild, weird little magical tricks in the middle of the night. And I feel like that's also why the energy is thick. And I feel like there's a couple of people in you guys' energy, divine feminine, divine masculine, that they're just really dehydrated. I don't know if these people are drunk or like leftover drunk, because I smell like a bar, honestly. It smells just like a tainted bar smell, like how somebody would smell like hanging over or something, like bad liquor came out they pores. Confirmation. So it's several people in this energy. That's why it's just so thick, and I feel like they all have different reasons. And so I started pulling some traditional tarot, and of course I was like, this came out, and some of the same cards came out, I would say, the past 2, 3 evenings when I was channeling. But I was like chilling, even though I was wide awake. So I was like, I'm not gonna get on live. I'm not gonna record the message. I'm just gonna like try to, cleanse this out and see if, these come up again. Because contrary to popular karmic belief, no light worker or seer or oracle or tarot reader wants to come on and deliver messages that are constantly um, friction or aggression or depression or whatever the fuck karmic bill be trying to initiate to the divine collective, and or backfiring on themselves. It feels like right now at a rapid fucking speed, I just heard. But yeah, like I drank a whole thing of like lavender tea before I got on here. All right, and I'm just saying, like, I'm super hydrated, right? I was about to tell y'all how many times I peed today, and I'm like, that's overshare, but either which way, it's like, I'm super, super hydrated, and as soon as I sat down and literally hit go live, I'm like, my mouth is dry, like, as if I am thirsty. So one thing they can never get you ready for as an empath, like, when you go through your ascensions, you, like, really be feel like, not all empaths are like this, but I mean, me, I have almost every type of empath, so it's just like these people's chest is heavy, like all type of weird, wild shit. And I'm not in any way, shape, form, or fashion. Before we get into this reading, Divine Chosen Collective, my loves, Isis, what they lose here, yay, y'all. I'm not in any way telling y'all when y'all come across this, whether it's live here tonight, whether it's whenever you see this, 10 days, 15, 20, a year from now, you know, whatever timeline you happen to be on, you know, take what resonates, please leave what does not. A reading like this for me, honestly, could be a bit, it's not triggering for me. I mean, it could be triggering, and it could, if you have a tendency to watch readings and just make things stick with you or stick to you, that may not really be your situation, because that can happen. Don't do that for a reading like this, because it feels like there's a lot of people involved in parties, and some of you divine chosen collective, divine masculine, divine feminine, some of you guys have all of this going on, some of you guys just have a bit and a piece of this going on, some of you guys may just have a figure in your life of this nature going on. So take what resonates, leave what doesn't, because it is a general collective reading. So as all of us, okay, in the Divine Chosen Collective, my loves, listen, you can't just stick to a reading and like take every single bit of it, especially if it's general. Now, if you're getting a booked personal session with me and more myself, or you know, a another great reader out there, whoever your spiritual go-to may be or whatever, yeah, of course you're expecting something specific and significantly personal, right? And you can, you know, as long as you trust that person, you know, they're like a legitimate spiritual advisor, and you feel good about the advice or the readings they give you, so you know what kind of path to choose or whatever like that. Like, go for it. That's when it gets specific. And if you do have any questions regarding this reading collectively that I'm about to get into, and or if you just have a question and you hop on the live, I did put my cash app in the description. It's while I'm on the live, I'm starting to do $2 tax tarot Tuesdays. Today obviously is Thursday actually, so we'll do $2 Thursday nights, Thursday morning, night, whatever the fuck you want to call this hour. It's like before daybreak. Such a weird time to be like so wide awake, I swear to God. But I like being awake when the world is quiet. But typically it's like I like getting up at like, I don't know. I stay getting up at 4:42 in the morning. It's weird, but without an alarm, my body just wakes up at that time a lot. But y'all, I need some more water. Like these people, when I try to tell you, somebody is very thirsty. It feels like the thirst of like 5 people, and I feel like one is drunk and dehydrated, one is just maybe ill. I don't know, or sick. Like they like somebody. I don't feel it, but I feel like like somebody doesn't feel like their body doesn't feel good. And then I feel like somebody's mouth is just constantly dry because they have like really bad anxiety about something that they did or something that's going on. But y'all, I did do the pre-shuffle and I pulled a couple traditional tarot. So we're gonna get into that. And these primates probably do not want me to get through this reading because they're like, yeah, bitch, you're gonna have dry mouth just like us doing this reading. Like, figured, like, I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, I feel attacked personally. Like, why is my mouth all freaking dry? Yeah, like they're trying to attack people's throat chakra, and so, maybe it's not projection. Maybe I'm just like deeply in the thread of it, but also like idiots like this project a lot, so whatever. I don't know. So y'all, I haven't really introduced formally my big bitch, little bitch deck to y'all. Confirmation. You know, with the platform growing, I'm definitely gonna show you guys my different oracle personal decks I use that I make. But for tonight, I'm just gonna give you guys this quick run through. So I have this big box here next to me, right? And if you see it has a whole bunch of. Hold on, trying to make it. Where's the like? Okay, you guys see it? Yeah. So it has a whole bunch of like tarot cards in it. So I'm gonna randomly shake it up, and I'm gonna grab a couple cards out of it after we go through the traditional tarot, so we can get some more clarifications for the general collective reading. Um, yeah, let's just get into this so we can get out of it. Quite honestly, it just feels weird. Okay, so these cards came out together when I was doing my pre-shuffle. I wasn't even like I had just shuffled it to shuffle it really good, and I hadn't even started like doing the pre-shuffle yet. But these two cards kept like they fell out on the floor once I put them back in, and they ended up coming back out right back to back. So it's the Queen of Swords upright, okay? Because if I put it too close, y'all, it's gonna blank out. But maybe I could get Queen of Swords upright. Then it's the Six of Wands upright. Okay, so this Queen of Swords in this general collective reading, this possibly could represent just, a good woman in the reading, and or you divine feminine, or divine masculine. Take it how it resonates, in tarot it's an energy, but it seems like with the Six of Wands, this Queen of Swords got some sort of victory or vindication or justification, or I don't know. I just heard escape from judification. I've never used that word. I don't know if that's like a word, but I just heard Judas. So maybe this Queen of Swords like chopped up a Judas, and she had a victory regarding that. And then right after that, I was like, well, what? Who else is involved? Like, what else is going on? So the King of Wands upright came out, right? So divine masculine, sexy, handsome gentleman. This could very well represent you. A leader, some maybe an entrepreneur, a good father figure, somebody that goes to war behind his life as far as like the love people he loves in his life. Somebody like, handsome, attractive. You might be good in good in the bedroom, whatever. But they came out right with the Magician. All right. Now, King of Wands also from like a really spiritual sense, if you're not just looking at it from like traditional labels of the King of Wands, could be somebody that maybe he's deeply spiritual. I don't like putting labels on people like witch, like worker, spiritual, like religious, whatever, because I'm reading the cards, so I don't, you know what I mean? So it's general. So this person could just be a very spiritual person. They could be somebody who prays a lot or has prayer times. I just heard. So this person, what religion is that? Muslim. So they could be Muslim possibly. This King of Wands, because I just keep hearing prayer time, and I'm hearing like a bell going off. So don't they have like the bell and the call to prayer or whatever? So this person, this divine masculine in this reading right now could represent someone Muslim, all right, and that's just one, not say one, it could just be one person, right, but it could be I was gonna say it doesn't mean this person has to be Muslim and African American. I've never really met a white Muslim, but I guess you could be a white Muslim as well. But I'm also just seeing as well like somebody very disciplined, and obviously in the Muslim culture discipline is like a foundational principle. So this person could be Muslim. They could just be disciplined. I definitely see somebody like with multiple building structures. I even see like blueprints. So this person could be an architect, or this person is with this magician card manifesting a blueprint possibly for something. I don't know if this person is connected to you already, divine feminine, or this person is coming in to connect with you. So that could, they could be manifesting a victory with the Queen of Swords. So maybe you're the Queen of Swords, divine feminine, and the King of Wands is trying to manifest a Six of Wands victory and vindication with you or something. So then twist and turn, right? We have someone possibly karmic, right? He came up as the King of Swords reverse. So this person is manipulative. He's a liar, like habitual. It could be a masculine or feminine energy, to be honest. This energy does feel like really bitchy with this like reverse Five of Swords. I think they like exhausted themselves. They tried to like gossip. They were like lying. They were spreading rumors. They were trying to basically go to war. Possibly with a divine masculine or a divine feminine energy. Then we had the reverse Page of Pentacles, which could be representing a fire sign person that's very immature. So this could be the energy behind the reverse King of Swords, or this is a separate person altogether. That again, the Page of Pentacles could just be an immature person in general. So it could be a masculine or a feminine that may have strong fire placements, or they're fired up, mad, and like with this being reversed, it reminds me of the hangman. So maybe they're like hanging on to a decision. They're pissed off. They're fired up. They're confused. That's what I'm getting from this. And that's a cane, but it looked like a wand to me, honestly, for a second. So maybe this person was like trying to do some dark shit with a fire sign that's immature, was trying to do some dark shit. So again, this could be a separate person. So right now we're looking at four different people. So it's a divine masculine, a divine feminine, possibly a karmic masculine. That's I would say if he's a narcissist, and you know, he's immature as well. So this definitely could be the reverse King of Swords energy. This page of Pentacles, really immature, really fast moving, fast decisions, bad with money, bad like gambling. This person have a gambling habit. So this could be representative of the energy behind the reverse King of Swords, or it's representative of a fourth person. Now, also that came out was the reverse temperance. So with the reverse temperance, I feel like this person, yeah, my knees itching. I really honestly feel like the reverse King of Swords and the Page of Pentacles are the same person. I feel like they're the same person, and that's part of the energy like this person is in. They could have water placements and fire placements. Um, they're exhausted and they want to like resolve conflict that they started because they tried to go to war, possibly with a divine feminine, divine masculine, and now they're in like the reverse temperance, which is making me feel like they're like delayed and really disconnected. It's not like they're like this is to me like I'm just seeing opposite of angelic, because to me also temperance like upright represents earth angel energy, and temperance also does represent Sagittarius energy. So that somebody could be a Sagittarius, and yeah, they said fire and water. So somebody could be a fire water cuss. So that could be, what's that, Scorpio Sagittarius. If somebody's a Sagittarius Scorpio, or put the roles as they fit. Or Scorpio and Sagittarius are very highly aspected in their charts, possibly. Now these other three cards that I pulled before we get into the Oracle deck, okay? So the Ace of Wands came out. So collective, I feel like the Ace of Wands came out with this new beginning with you as the Queen of Swords here, okay? The new beginning that's being manifested, okay? And it's being manifested either you're manifesting a new beginning, and so is the King of Wands on individual things, and you guys are going to end up joining the forces to either collab in some way, whether it's a relationship, business. I'm hearing like on all fronts, I just heard. So you guys may be collaborating, and it's a new beginning for both of you. So this feels like a new person, not a past person. Okay, and again, the Six of Wands with that victory. So maybe something brand new that's starting is going to be very victorious for you and this person, divine feminine, divine masculine. So the world came up in reverse, which is definitely like bad karma, backfire, retrograde, like going through repeating cycles, karmic loops. So I feel like this reverse King of Swords is going through a really karmic loop right now, or like he's going through karma or backfire. It also came out with the reverse Page of Cups. So the reverse Page of Cups, it's like again a page energy. So the page energy is, you know, reverse, immature, not wise, not really somebody with foresight, somebody with like poor planning. With the cups energy, somebody that's like very emotional. Like this person in the card, well, not this person, it's like a goat with horns. Yeah, they're surrounded around grapes. Maybe this person drinks a lot of alcohol or wine. You see that liquor, like to me, that just shot out as a liquor bottle down next to them, capped off. And it's just like one little cup sitting there. The Page of Cups comes with like, you know, it's a page. It's essentially either represents a childlike energy in the upright, and or in the reverse, you know. Hopefully we're not reading about any, you know, bad quote unquote children. I don't like to call children bad, but to me this is an adult. They're just immature. Like they probably have an emotional stunted age of, I just heard, between 5 and 12. Now again, I do just want to state, because I feel like I be so involved in these readings and my energy's not low, but it's just so chill right now. I can like say things without getting a little spastic with karmics like I do sometimes, but it's just like, yo, on some real G shit, I understand from the perspective of like a psychological thing, if, and spiritually, if something very traumatic happened to you, one, I apologize, and two, not because I did it, but because, hey, you know, if you were a kid and something happened to you that you didn't get addressed appropriately, like your parents or adults around you didn't save you, help you, instruct you, further you, that's really fucked up. I can relate. That happened to me, you know, on numerous fronts, on numerous occasions, all through my childhood until I left the nest at 18 myself. Now, the one thing I will say is, and I'm not getting on my soapbox or my high horse saying this, but what I am saying worked for me is at 18, I knew what I grew up in was not normal from any capacity. I had to act like it was normal. I had to play along with bullshit that really was like master illusion manipulative fucking retard, send a bitch to an insane asylum crazy retard shit. But I still, once I got out on my own, my first priority initially was getting the help I needed to be mentally fit. Not because I was completely distorted, but I knew I had so much to work on, and I knew that I had a lot of potential, but my emotions got in the way of me doing certain things, thinking back on it, like, yeah, I was successful. I moved out. I was independent. Nobody paid my bills. I handled my fucking business. Like, my shit was going fleet, like, nice car, Nordstrom's every fucking Friday. Like, I handled my business. I was a city girl before city girl was a thing. And I don't mean popping my pussy everywhere. I mean, I was out and about doing my thing. I was shopping. I was a business bitch. And this is way before I had my kid and I was a single mom and all that. But it's just like, at the end of the day, I didn't want to be a replica or a representation or even mirror images of what I grew up in, and I didn't know how to teach myself to get how to get out of it. So I ended up majoring in psychology. I went and got therapy. I ended up finding spirituality way later as far as my personal awakening, which I've had several over the years. I think anybody that truly ascends to a certain level, you kind of have to. But I say all that to say, karmics, that are possibly in this reading or just cross watching, listening. The thing about it is, once you're over 18 and you're recognized as an adult, even though it's shitty for me to say it and for y'all to hear it, it's just the facts. The facts are you are now in charge of your mental health. And it's okay to resent your parents and maybe even blame them in an immature fashion before you learn how to correctively talk and have a conversation, which we've all been there, I think. I didn't know how to always say constructively, Mom, I think you're a fucking bitch that did a lot of abuse to me and you should go do whatever with yourself. That's probably not the best way to talk to anyone, right? But if you're in a state of anger and you're not addressing the root of your issue, like one of your parents was an abuser, whether it was actually physically, mentally, emotionally, one or all of your parents abandoned you, or somebody else in the family did something, nobody listened to you, like whatever your set circumstance was that you never got the help you needed as an adolescent, that is really fucked up, and that's definitely a neglect on your parent or the adult figures around at that time that were supposed to be helping you. You were owed that, and you weren't given that. God didn't want that for you, and if you think that your parents never paid the piper or paid some type of karmic debt for that shit, they either will or they have. Trust me, right? If you believe in karma or you a bad spiritualist person, you've been working in your negative shit, then you must believe in all that, right? Because you need to look at everything. Spirituality goes from the top to the bottom, so you got everything that goes up comes down, right? So instead of taking that hate that you want to give out on the outside world or people that you do see that are loving and nurturing or opposite of what you got as a child or opposite of what you know how to be, maybe ask that person to mentor you. The worst thing they can say is no. Ask them how they got to be like that. I had a bitch tell me before that I was friends with for years. I ain't friends with her now, but she was like, this was early on into our friendship. She was like, I don't like going out with you because if the guys I want, she said something to the effect of like, the guys I want always end up looking at you, and I get jealous, so I don't want to go out. Now, I was always a nice girl. I always could cuss a motherfucker out and get crazy, but back then, I reserved that for a special type of person, right? Like, for real, people thought I was probably naive or a pushover, but that's not what it was. I just what like I was a let you have it type of bitch. Like I already knew when I left your crib, when that bitch said that to me and I walked out her crib, no deaths, I was laughing the whole way home. It was like, damn bitch, you that salty pants about your own face, like you that insecure. Now, did I ever treat her like that or even speak on her name like that till probably just now? Fuck no. But the thing about it was like I felt bad for Shorty. So I was like even nicer to her after that. Because it was like, and then come to find out this bitch jealous, hating the whole fucking time in the background, fucking weird asshole. But it's just like, trust your instincts as well, right? Like, that person, I'm not going to bring up any of their personal business, but I will say, even as divine feminine, divine masculine, if you got people around you, even if they don't try to be malicious on purpose or try to spread hate towards you or try to spread ill wishes towards you, sometimes their low level self esteem, which sadly they have, or maybe they were touched on or mentally fucked with, or whatever the case may be, that their emotional growth is stunted. All you could do if you want to do something is pray for them and love them from a distance, because that's going to end up leaking into your energy by way of default if they always around you or talking to you or talking about you or getting facts of your life and then playing run tell that with the energy and spreading a version of what's really going on in your life and mixing it in with negative shit or mixing it in with their negative wishes, or they, thrive in moments where they catch you slipping or you're going through a down time, and that's when the time they take to be like, oh, I don't got time, you know what I mean? Type shit, right? People like that are secretly jealous or holding secret animosity. Now, in that case, she wasn't secretly jealous. She told me, but when I had told my one best friend about it at the time, she was like, "Get the fuck away from that bitch." Obviously, she has no self esteem. She like, is she that ugly? Like, what's wrong with her? I was like, I don't even think she ugly like that for real. It's just more so the fact that I think like a lot of niggas that fucked her over, which okay, be accountable. Some of them, you was a young girl, cool. Like, you could have stopped getting fucked over by niggas anytime. You just had to stop doing what you was doing to get fucked over, right? But not my business. I didn't even say that to her back then. I knew I could have told her that back then. I didn't need to have a spiritual awakening to tell her, just close your legs up and chill the fuck out, and niggas probably respect you, treat you better at the time. But whatever the fuck, that's neither here nor there. Either way, what I'm saying is, people be taking advantage of divine feminine, divine masculine because of the heart we have and the love we give. And people need to understand, like, you be giving people passes all day, divine masculine, divine feminine. And I feel like in this reading, cross watchers as well. What's up, Karmics? I'm saying this for y'all too. I feel like in this reading, Divine Collective, these are past people that maybe you showed love to, like how I was talking about that example. Like, I still hung out with her. I ain't make her feel awkward about it. I could tell she felt awkward after she said that shit. Because it's like, how do you not feel awkward after saying some shit like that? Because it's like, why do you even feel that way about yourself? And if that was me, I would have talked to myself about it, had a journal entry or something. I've never felt that level of jealousy. I've never been a jealous person. I've been hurt behind shit people do, but I've never been jealous a day in my life. I've never wanted to look like nobody else. I've never wanted to be like nobody else ever. So I could want to aspire to be as great as you are at something, right? We should have aspirations, inspiration, but I never was like, oh, I want to wake up and beat her. Like, look at the attention she get. It makes me feel awkward. Like, that's never happened. I always put I'll put a stranger on to let them shine. Like, I was always the person that got a lot of attention, but I played the background. Like, go ahead, you take the spotlight, dance your little thing in the circle. You take the spotlight, whatever. Oh, come talk to her. Like, I'll hook you up. Like, yeah, he might have tried to talk to me first, but I probably had 3 boyfriends back then at the time or some shit like that. Like, bitch, you could have been, you know what I mean? Like, hoes be too really upset and worried about the attention you get. And what they don't understand karmically is all you doing is sending more attention my way anyway with all that energy. So if you spend more time focused on your motherfucking self, I mean, you probably would have things flowing and attracting to you too. Now, the people in this reading seem like they are waving a white flag of some sort. I don't know what the fuck they done did, but they did some bullshit. Y'all, it's already late. I'm not planning on being on here long, and I'm getting testy because I feel like these cars about to annoy me real quick. Hold on. Yeah, I got pokey sticks. I took my son to this Korean grocery store that my dad used to take me to, um, where we live, and I got pokey sticks. But yeah, y'all, I mean, they got pokey sticks everywhere. They got them at Walmart, but we went there and we got some, I wanted to call it Kamichi. Maybe somebody named Kamichi. When I wanted to say quinoa, someone I got either. Maybe somebody ate quinoa today. I'm seeing brown rice and quinoa. If y'all eating clean, that's beautiful. But that and I got. I still am not kombucha. No, I didn't get kombucha. Somebody is really like grocery shopping. Yeah, that's another reason too. I'm smelling food. That's why I'm getting hungry. Is y'all cooking this late? No. Well, yeah, but it must be somebody like I mean, no, like the time zone. Like y'all must be in the UK. I hope y'all fat asses is not cooking this late. But y'all, let's just do some clarifications because I ain't trying to be here all night. All right. Let's see. Okay, so what is this? Three cards. Three cards. So you chose peace, collective. They chose pain. Archangels, warrior, namaste, unless we got to. Trauma, power, struggle, rude, abuse, lies, hateful, jealousy. So, like I said, right, these people, so gonna do it, these people were jealous of you or this person. Um, they chose pain, so they chose, I feel like, betrayal. They maybe were rude or abusive to you. This upside down king of swords, he probably was narcissistic, manipulative. If you're trying to identify the person, this could be like an ex, a baby dad, a father figure. This could even be your father, a stepfather, or uncle. But it's a male energy. They came out as soulless. It's the wild work for me, soulless. Bottom basement, led too far astray, stuck like Chuck. They did, what did I do? What did they do? So they're soulless, and now they're having an awakening, apparently, asking themselves, what did they do and how did they get led astray? So you can't beat the spirit of God, or you can't beat the spirit. God is with you. So collective, they couldn't beat you. You've been praying about it. You've been doing return to senders, what have you. Okay. I'm not taking all those. What's this? How many is this? Two. Soul fragmentation. So causing trauma on purpose. Trying to make you vulnerable. Tag lock. Personal items, hair, photos to link or send negative energy. So again, didn't I tell you it looked like a wand in that tarot? So maybe this male figure collaborated with other people because it keeps coming out multiple energies that they took like a piece of your hair from a hairbrush in the bathroom, maybe if they had access to your house, a photo, either you, even if it was from social media. But I'm seeing like a personal photo, like a hard copy. I don't know if somebody printed it or they had a hard copy picture. They did this to make an energetic link to send you negative energy. I just heard suicide spells. This is something that maybe some of you guys a couple years back, or for some of you guys last year, or over time, we're feeling, depressed and like lackluster and didn't want to go on with life, which, thank God we all collectively have made it through the depression, the dark nights of the soul, all that other stuff. The only way out is through type shit, which is great, but I feel like some of the mental anxiety and anguish you were having, maybe this is your ex again or like a parent figure you don't talk to anymore. They were causing a lot of fucking issues. They were causing trauma on purpose. So like this person probably was starting arguments with you, just coming out of nowhere, finding reasons to insult you. Like, let's just say you were getting ready to go out, or you guys went out together. Like, this person probably went out their way to compliment other bitches in front of you, and you're just like, oh, okay, I'm thinking he's just a horn dog type shit. Like, he has that vibe, whatever. But realistically, it was on some sadistic shit. Like, yeah, I want you to feel like every bitch in here looks better than you. Like, I like every bitch in here. Like, just even like blatantly hideous looking gargoyle and bitches. He's like, oh, she's bad. Like, shit like that. Like, this person, if you're feminine and it's a karmic masculine, he did stuff like this. Like, switch the roles. Yeah, I feel like this person was definitely like cheating. Like, just this person was reckless and they wanted you to be open to them with this trying to make you vulnerable, but they didn't want to be open to you with that green for the heart chakra right there. So what's your location? Beware. 1 to 2 weeks, 8 years ago, 3 days from now, or three days in the past. Public meetup. Next year, heed the warning. So this may be a warning that this person, maybe you haven't spoken to them, maybe you guys are in separation, maybe it's no contact altogether, but maybe they're asking what's your location, maybe they don't know your location, or they want, I just heard a location for you guys to meet, so that public meetup. This could be happening this week, 1 to 12 weeks. I just heard 1 to 12 days, 3 days from now. So it could be happening in March also with the third month. And something prevalent about 8 years ago. You guys might have an 8-year-old child. You guys may have met 8 years ago. Um, I just heard 8 months. So the separation could have been 8 months. You guys together 8 years. Like, it's different for everybody, but 888 is very significant, like definitely representing karma. If 8 doesn't resonate for like a time frame with you guys, with this, with some of you guys with the reading. So an aunt may have something to do with this divine collective. Divine collective, you guys got beautiful Moses energy, okay. 11:44 Eastern Standard Time, 11:31 Truth, Love, East Coast, East Side, East Boulevard, new renewal, on your way to where God's guiding you. So Divine Collective, you guys are walking in tandem with the Most High God, staying connected with that Moses energy. So, ooh, what did I say? There's a collaboration in some of y'all's near and, distant. I would say like a year to 18 months for some of you guys that it may be further out with that it resonates with. Because some people are, starting on their timeline journey this year and, rising with the divine feminine, divine masculine. So, 3, 4, 2, 23, 32, work or worked side by side. Great opportunity, but slow movement, third eye. New, beware of any new con artists or old may have betrayed you. So again, these people from your past that are karmic may have collaborated to work against you. Maybe your ex worked with an aunt, or your father figure, or your uncle worked with an aunt, or this is a married couple and your aunt, take it as it resonates, or you're related to your aunt, or this is a play aunt and uncle, or you're related to one of them. One of them is your aunt or uncle in law. For that fits with that. But for some of you, it's like a nasty karmic retarded aunt that is affiliated to some connection that's affiliated with your ex. So maybe she knows your ex's family or she knows your ex, but it's not because you introduced them. And they collaborated. And either his family or y'all's family or all of them are con artists. And they did this to betray you. This may be something old that you guys already are aware of, or you guys have been hearing it in the readings come up and getting confirmations about things that you thought were happening or weren't sure about. But on the positive side, right? Because that's at the bottom, so I feel like we're done with that. That's old. It's just like a beware confirmation and heads up in case like it may be coming up for you. But we are about to work. I feel like with this purple, with the crown chakra, like confirmation, you guys are gonna be thinking of a lot of ideas together. Double confirmation, two people manifesting together, yes. And this is a great opportunity, but slow movement. So maybe this person has been slow to come in to court you, divine feminine. I feel like with your third eye, it's like use discernment still when you meet this person, but I feel like you're gonna know divine feminine, divine masculine confirmation with a notification on my phone. You're gonna know that like this might be a really great thing. This may end up being a Cinderella story for you. Okay, divine masculine or divine feminine. Ooh, 3 great, beautiful love cards in a row. So we match future love, even if we haven't met yet. So some of you guys, Divine Collective, haven't met this person yet. That's all. That's like top right in red right there. I feel like this is gonna be like a hot, spicy. Maybe this person's a fire sign. Maybe you're a water sign, earth sign. But all signs apply. I just feel like I haven't really seen air too much, but it could be air signs and air placements as well, right? So I just heard justice, so definitely Libra, karma, justice. So it could be Libra placements. So so many things in common. So healthy love, healthy attachment, care, lust for each other, adore, sexy time. No rumors here. So I feel like you and this person are gonna really enjoy talking to each other. It's gonna come off really natural from like the get go, like when you guys first meet. Um, Healthy love. I feel like both of you guys maybe have been through things, but you're healed. I feel like there might be an age gap between you two. Somebody might be younger, divine masculine or divine feminine. Sometimes the woman could be older too. care, lust for each other. I feel like you guys will be really lusty with each other, but it's good because it's like it's y'all. Some of this for y'all, this could be a swim flame or a kingdom spouse or like a high level soul commitment or somebody that you're just gonna be with for a while to get back in the groove of like you know what I mean. And I don't want to call it a starter relationship by any means, but sometimes after heartbreak and healing, you do meet that radical new love of your life, right? And then sometimes it you don't go back to kissing frogs by any means, but you meet somebody that excites you enough that you want to step outside your box and get to know, at least spend time. But there's honesty there, right? Confirmation. So even if it's a bit casual, you guys are committed to the honesty of it. Or, maybe you guys I just heard so somebody could be like a travel nurse or somebody could be like travel a lot for business and you meet a lot of people you connect. I'm seeing you like in a bar, like jazz hotel, like I don't have jazz music, but I'm seeing that like there's gold tapestry and stuff. Like it's really nice, but it's like and you look good. There's like a purple dress or whatever and it's backless. But listen, whoever that is. I don't know if it's future energy. Like, if you're going to New York or Los Angeles and there's gonna be a hotel or a really nice jazz bar that you have to go to for like a work function, and then you end up coming downstairs to the regular bar to like do your own thing after it's over, you may meet somebody that is on the opposite coast of you, but y'all gonna knock each other's socks off, and I guess like maybe like he's in LA, you're in New York, whatever. But it's like further enough away. Like even if it's up down, like maybe you're at top of the Midwest and he's stationed bottom of the South in Texas, or like it's like over here. But wherever y'all stationed at or home base, both y'all are single, both you guys are upright, honest. I think it's just schedule adjustments why maybe it won't I'm not gonna say it won't get serious. I feel like it'll be a great, serious, emotional, fantastically sexual, beautiful connection. And when y'all together, it's gonna feel like it doesn't matter about this. It's one of those relationships. Oh, it doesn't matter the times we're not together because when we are together, it's so great. So it may last a year, it may last 5 months, it may last like 5 years, right? But I feel like not all relationships are meant to last forever, obviously. And maybe you just, maybe this is someone I'm talking to in the Divine Collective that's in their mid 20s and you gotta have a long term love affair from like teenage love. So it's like, sweet young baby, I know you feel like, oh, 28, I turned 28, I wanna be married. Like, okay, cool. Like, it, not everything works the way you want it to work. God laugh at your plans all the time. Okay, but listen, for real, like, if you in your 20s, I'm 36, right? So if you in your 20s and you meet a guy because you working and traveling and y'all have all the chemistry in the world and you actually miss talking to them when they're not around and like they make you laugh and when you're around them they give you respect, honesty, and the loyalty of the truth because that's really the main source of loyalty you ask for anybody in any connection, right? You friends with somebody, you want them to be honest with you and respect you. Like that's like the bottom tier of what should be happening, right? So the same thing with something casual. You can still set boundaries and guardrails, and if that person can't or doesn't want to, I feel like that's not going to be the case in this situation. I feel like if anything, he's going to end up trying to transition the relationship to be more serious. Like divine feminine or divine masculine, see how it resonates, but you could be the one that's like ends up slowing down the relationship because confirmation. Whoever I'm talking to, you have a really great career now, but I feel like you're still like maybe doing online school in between whatever good career you have now and you're getting a more upper level degree based upon something that's not your field, so you may switch and then like I feel like honestly, even though you have this 28 or before 30 marriage goal, you are gonna be so far in the depth of happiness with whatever your passion is. That's also gonna turn out to be like a career and a money maker for you. Just have fun for as long as it lasts because sometimes you do just need somebody to rearrange your furniture in the greatest way on the inside and live your best life with them, have a travel buddy, all that stuff. Like I'm not against no shit like that just because I'm celibate. I've had relationships like that and some of them were ultra great. Like I'm not gonna lie, some of my best relationships, looking back on it, they were still relationships and they were connections. We might have been together for like 5, 6 months and had no title, but we were together every day. I met his family. Like I knew he was honest with me, and it might have been a shorter lived experience to the grand other, like years devoted to other relationships in my life, but some of those were like really great. Like, oh shit, like I had a really good time. It's like you're always a little like when it ends, but when things in my experience end in a mutual way or for like a reason that's really legitimate to you, that's not the relationship dissipated or somebody cheated or lied, I feel like that's always like a way to walk away with like a resolve, you know, and you don't need all this closure. It's like it's better that way. You know, if every breakup or every hey, my life's transitioning to a new phase and I just like I don't have time for this, however you want to word it, right? I think breakups should be like that. It shouldn't be all this other fucking extra bullshit. But whoever this person is, they trying to have sexy time with you, this new person. They're trying to really be with you and love you. I heard properly court you. Let me see. So somebody is confused. There is swift changes caught up in there. Caught up in things that don't matter. They want to know if you love them still. Earned it the weekend. So somebody is confused around you, divine feminine, or somebody that's no longer around you, because I feel like you made swift changes, or there's like a swift energy change, or swift changes are happening in their life. Um, they were caught up in things that don't matter, and that's brown and red. This card is with it, like, and then the purple with the crown chakra. I feel like they have inner childhood issues, like how I started talking about earlier, like their age and immaturity, like their growth may have been stunted due to like trauma and things that happened. Which again, it's like apologies for that. And I feel like a lot of these karmics, I address that specifically because even though I can't stand a karmic motherfucker, I'm gonna be real with you. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that you as a child ever deserve to be harmed. I don't care if me and you have ever physically fought. If I got a direct issue with you, you could have said something about my child. And the real facts of the facts of the facts, because I'm a fucking realist, is you could be my fucking self-proclaimed arch nemesis. And if something happened to you and your youth, male or female, whoever you may have been in my past or whatever, I don't condone that shit. And if I could go back in a time machine and beat your fucking parents' ass myself for neglect and or get them locked up and whoever would be responsible for hurting you, I would hurt them and then get back in my time machine, come back to where I'm at. I wouldn't even tell you I did it and be on with my way. And I would still have the same like fury and dislike towards you, but I would love to save the inner child of every karmic. Not because it's like I'm on a saving mission. I'm like save Sally. You know, maybe somebody's name is Sally. I just heard Sally in, but saline. Maybe somebody got a saline drip. Maybe somebody got. I just heard a banana. Oh my god, y'all almost janked my damn head up. A banana bag. What's that? That's if you're dehydrated really bad from like alcohol and like stuff like that. I feel like, but side note. So I don't know. Maybe somebody's at the hospital or somebody's. Maybe somebody got some bread and they got one of them vitamin B drips that they be getting coming to the house. I just saw one of those that looked like somebody was at like a home setting. Maybe they're at a clinic. I don't know. But because they're on one of those chairs, so they could be at like a clinic that just has like nicer chairs, or the chair. I can't tell what material it is, but it looks like a nicer version of a lounge chair. I don't know. Maybe they're in a clinic getting a drip or something for something. I told you some of these people are like sick and dehydrated on the inside, and some of them feel like bodily ill, like their insides just feel really yucky. Some of these karmic people in these readings, probably some of these people are confused. Maybe they're confused about them being sick. I just heard it was predicted, so maybe they're confused about how it was predicted either by like a reader or you said something to them. They want to know if you still love them, and it's just like I feel like divine masculine or divine feminine. I don't, whoever from your past that you have walked away from, for the most part, I don't think it was any of the sense that you ever walked away from any of these people because you never loved them. Now, do most of y'all still love some of these people now? Some of them done pushed you to the limit. I'm talking about push it to the limit that it's just like, love you, love you, love you. I mean, if I think about you too long, which I definitely try not to do that at all, okay, my stomach turns. So I don't know about no love. Like, does love come with a feeling of disgust? Like, I feel like I could resonate with that as well. Some people I'm just like, I would look at you but the fuck retarded crazy if you came over to me talking about you still love me. Do I still love what? Abuse? No, I'm sorry, I grew out of that. Like, some of these karmics were so fucking disgraceful to y'all that it's offensive that they would even think that there would be room for that. But again, with us being divine feminine, divine masculine, there is people in the collective that you do still have love for this person, but because of how reckless they were, and because of how like at peace, and I just heard unreckless you are, so maybe this person got sick with the STD and you broke up with them before this happened, or you caught them cheating and you didn't sleep with them anymore, or whatever the case may be. God saved your parts, so it's like thank God to that. But it's just like I heard, can I get an amen? Shit. Savon Collective parts was saved over here, you know, but maybe even y'all warned that person about who they was cheating with or warned them about or once y'all broke up. Like if you this your baby dad and or ex boyfriend, maybe you knew the person he got with, like who knows. But I feel like they had some warning, whether it was from you, whether it was from like from a spiritual source I'm hearing, and or like even maybe the homies was around. I'm like, yo, that bro dirty. Like I'm just hearing I can't tell if this nigga's confused about how he got with somebody and didn't know they were like, I heard a cum bucket, smut bucket, and I'm seeing like literally a 10 bucket like kicked over, right, on like a tar, and it's like green sewage shit's leaking out of it. Like maybe this bitch had like, I hate to say it, but very bad vaginal health. Like maybe there was a drip, there was a leak, there was a smell, there was, and then that big ass tin can. Maybe the walls were busted loose. I don't know. I don't even. Maybe his homies knew because they. I just heard they ran through her too like a crew. Crew love, loving the crew, loving the crew. Yeah, Drake. That's what I just heard. Loving the crew. So I don't know if she was like a pass around for this nigga and he wiped her. I don't know if she was like a neighborhood pass around and he didn't know that and he wiped her. I don't know if this ex seemed like he got a lot of fire to his fucking ass. Maybe he was spreading his dick all over the place too. And he met his match with a bitch that spread her pussy even thinner and wider. You know, that's what it feels like is happening, and earned it the weekend. Maybe that they discovered something this past weekend. That time frame card that came out earlier, it said 1 to 12 days, 1 to 12 weeks. So maybe in the next 1 to 12 weeks on a weekend, I feel like a conversation may be had or something, or maybe a conversation was had. So I don't. I feel like this person wants to talk to you, but whomever they've been talking to, I'm hearing a lot of like I told you so's, and then I'm also hearing one man get over it. Like I don't know, it feels like whoever this manipulative narcissist is, he got played or something. Like maybe that con artist shit. Maybe you warned this person that the person they was dealing with was a con artist, or maybe they're both con artists and they tried to con you with your family out some shit, right? There's several different plots, ploys, and storylines here when it comes to the general collective reading. So follow along to your plot and your plan, and you know just entertainment value for the rest or whatever. Take a resonate, leave it don't. But and for some of y'all, it's like all of the above. It's like the fucking ladder. And to me, it's like doing any of this sly ass, dumb ass shit was fucking retarded. But let's be real here. When the fuck did y'all get all the time to do all this confusing, swift movement? You know, earning bullshit. All you did was earn yourself some karma. Yeah, you earned it. And you about to get real acquainted with karma. Maybe somebody loves the weekend. You about to get acquainted, all right, my nigga. Maybe divine feminine, you and this nigga used to get acquainted. He about to get acquainted with a lot of things now, and apparently maybe his walking karma was that dusty, dingy bitch he was fucking with, and he's sick in the body. Maybe he needs a drip sitting in a clinic somewhere, and he's drinking himself to death when he's home. I don't know. Comments be retarded. They be getting told. Y'all demons. This person may have a STD and or entity attachment. So this person might, I just heard both for some people. So this person might have been sleeping with somebody who was doing magic over them or like some type of really dark spell work. It was either putting blood in their food, graveyard dirt in their food, putting them in like buried jars, burying underwear. I just heard all this like wild shit. This bitch is a fucking prick, disgusting, filthy, pathetic, sad motherfucker. Any person that you gotta do all that work to fucking like you or fuck you or be with you or deal with you, you a dirtbag, dustball, piece of shit ass bitch. And even if you were abused as a child, whatever capacity it was, again, apologies, that is no excuse to turn into a motherfucker shitty ass adult. Because who knows, this man might have been an alright motherfucker if you would have just left these demonic entities alone and didn't attach something to his motherfucking ass. and you think it's an excuse that you a fucking nutbag by choice. Some people don't get it confused, y'all. Some people will claim like, oh, I got bipolar disorder, and maybe they do. Maybe they do. Maybe they do. There are serial killers and psychopaths that have schizophrenia and bipolar disorder and all that shit too, right? And I'm not saying like all crazy people or people that are labeled with certain things or dysfunctions need to be locked up, because there's plenty of people taking their medication or going through appropriate therapeutic measures to not be fucking retarded, in the general public. Some people are super crazy and they just know how to code switch and they leave their shit at home. Like, I'm talking about, this is a sick bitch. This is the type of bitch that will go into court or be sitting down getting sympathy from people talking about, well, something just, it drove me crazy and I'm crazy. You weren't fucking crazy. You knew, you should have felt crazy when you was taking this nigga underwear, burying it somewhere. And then you should have felt even crazier when you buried it somewhere and then you couldn't find it again to do whatever, like, unearthing you was fucking doing because some shit backfired on you, bitch. Like, I'm just seeing some bitch, like, digging a whole bunch of shit up and you sprinkling shit in people's food. Like, what if you had killed this nigga? Does this nigga have kids? Do you have kids by this nigga? Did this divine feminine you were talking have kids by this nigga? So you were gonna, like, and then you do realize a father, absent or not, in the household or not, a father is a token, um, pivotal point in the upbringing of any child, bad or good. A bad parent affects a child just like a good parent do. If you attach a demon to this man to make him lustful, to make him crave like weird sexual fetishes, to make him over sexualized to the point that he was sitting in a room all day watching porn instead of talking to his kids and shit, bitch, if you do have kids by him or even if you don't and you wanted to watch this man neglect either other people's kids with him, or you even see him neglect your own kids and you still cool with it because you probably neglecting your kids too, to do spell work over a nigga that don't want to be kept by you, that's gonna constantly have a spirit of fucking Delilah, Jezebel, demonic demon, fuck everything, fuck everybody, and y'all passing nasty diseases that you probably gave him back and forth to each other that he's collecting going around from other bitches and niggas since you attached such a spirit on him. You didn't think about all that when you did that, did you? You didn't think to yourself, oh, he don't want to be with me no more, so let me fuck up all his other relationships or fuck up a connection that could be very pivotal for his growth. Or just any connection. You knew you was probably bad for him and you was like, oh, no, no, no. I'm going to bring you back in with some magic. And then on top of that, I'm going to turn you into an unrecognizable, soulless version of yourself that will fuck a tree stump. I don't care. As long as you end up craving to fuck me again with my black stale ass pussy. Because the only way I get another man is if I do some magic, try to interrupt or interfere in a relationship, or suck a nigga dick or something for $3. Bitch, that's your energy. And again, apologies for whatever happened to you, because clearly a lot must have happened to you. But it was your responsibility as a grown ass motherfucking woman, especially if you done had a child or children, especially if you're passing that lineage on to some daughters and you're a woman. What the fuck type of bitch shit is that? You're trifling. You should have went to therapy so you could be a better person for your children. If anything, that would have been a step in a godly direction. That would have been a step of getting away from the devil. That would have been a step away from the graveyard. Like, you have habitually cursed, like, yourself. And this person, this bitch, she's not coming up in the traditional tarot. I bet you if I pull something right now, she will come up. But she's not cloaked anymore. But she's trying to hide in the energy because she doesn't want to be talked about anymore. Because I feel like this bitch is crying in a fucking corner right now as a victim, a peasant victim of her own making because of all the energy and suicide and murder and kids plotting hurt to children, all this wild shit, all this wicked shit, messing with people, parts, their sex drive, all type of shit, just to get her way. That's a lot of energetic manipulation. And however long she known this man, she been doing that shit the whole time she known him. The whole entire time. So she's getting karma for messing with you, divine feminine or divine masculine, take it how it resonate. And she's gonna get karma for messing with your ex and turning him into a motherfucking demon ass nigga. Cause some of y'all met this nigga and he was not a demon. Or he wasn't a full demon. Like, we all have a dark side. We all have the opportunity and people, different energies around us that bring out different things within us, right? We have to be very conscious of that. But this man might have just been a wild guy. He might have been like a rebellious soul. He might have been somebody that like you divine feminine. Maybe you and him was opposite in certain ways, and he reined you in, you reined him in. Y'all had like a more yin and yang balance of a relationship. Whatever occurred between you and him, it occurred, y'all ended. Whether this is a bitch he ran to or this was a bitch that was involved in your relationship prior or involved with him prior years or whatever, this nut ass broad turned the devil loose up in this nigga. She really did. And she had help. Cause she run with a clique of witches or a coven bitches or his mother is a type of bitch that never had a good relationship, so she be on his hell. So divine feminine, take that resonate. Maybe you called him a mama's boy, or maybe throughout the relationship you were like, why is your mom still on your shit? Like some of this don't make any fucking sense. Like what your mom wants like your dick, that type shit. Like divine feminine, you'll know who I'm talking about. That this is your ex. For some of y'all, this could be your ex before a couple exes ago, or this could be your baby dad, and this is a past timeline or a current timeline because this bitch still jealous of you, or maybe you and your baby dad have been spending more family time together recently. I'm hearing because of the holidays, and she was triggered seeing y'all together because now he don't want to be with her, and you might be in a whole nother relationship or something. So it's like your involvement with this isn't like because you got your foot in the door with that relationship. It's not because you're even a third party or fourth or fifth. Because this nigga, this bitch, they all got four, fifth, six, seven, eight parties, sharing parties, all type of weird shit. You're not involved in any of this. You been dropped this nigga. Like I said, God saving grace. I feel like divine intervention came in for some of y'all that didn't just willingly walk away. Some of y'all were repeating cycles, and God struck you down for something. Was like, bitch, nigga, I'm done with this shit. You done with him? Because if you're not done with him, you can go down where he going. I'm gonna show you where he going, and where he going is trash. So what you wanna do? And you was like, never mind, and you let it go. And it might have hurt you at time to get over, get the hell, whatever the fuck. But you let it go because it felt pivotal to your overall sanctity health, whether it's your sacred body, whether it was your fucking mind. Like this person might have been driving you extra crazy, not only because they did have some fucked up childhood issues. I'm not gonna blame it all on the karmic. This person definitely was susceptible to the fuck nigga shit, susceptible to the evil work. So he either grew up traumatized, grew up with a mom that was just like this evil ass bitch, grew up with a manipulative person, always doing spell work over him, whether it was wordplay, and you would hope a person ain't putting period blood or nowhere grave in their own child's food. But with whores like this, these little majestic thinking they bitch it, whatever, they doing just about any and everything. They don't care. They'll toot it up and put graveyard dirt in people's food. They're disgusting. They're trifling. They're $3, $2 hoes that go to graveyard places and bury people underwear and do honey jars to make a nigga want to be with them, and then suck they dick dry to get their energy. And then, you know what I mean? Like these are the type of people that they laugh when you're in a bad situation, even though they supposed to be your counterpart. Because maybe they was mad at you holding a grudge with their immature petty asses from something that happened 35 days ago. You know what I mean? So obviously you broke up with your ex because they was some type of demon, but I do just want to make it be known because there is some karmic masculines that I guess is trying to get back divine because they Anita Baker caught up in the rapture. They still in love with you, divine feminine or something. And I'm getting such a strong energy. That's also why I had to go in here and deliver this message, because then hopefully maybe the energy is up out of here, obviously, and it's not irking me, like tapping me on the shoulder here. It's like, I'm not telling you I'll get back with this nigga. I would not get back with this nigga at all. If I was y'all, do not do this. I would advise not to do this. And I don't really give advice, but I wouldn't say do this at all. But you do what you want. You got free will. But I feel like this person wants to reiterate or remind you, or maybe if you didn't know, like, yeah, this person did some foul, funky ass shit on their own. Some of y'all, this person was doing premeditated weird shit from the jump because they came in with this group gang mentality because they were sent in by people to fuck with you and end up falling for you. For some of y'all, this person, y'all were, just on some thank God regular shit, and he became a player, or y'all were in a long term relationship and he got really complacent and he got defined in the relationship, then wanted to cheat. Some of y'all just had a breakup and this person became like wild style after that. It's like it's a little different for everybody, but there is like a collective of karmic men that these karmic bitches really did put stuff in their food and stuff like that and do all that stuff I just mentioned, and they just want to let it be known that they caught up in the rapture with you. They trying to fight these demons off their back. They trying to get the demonic attachments off. Some of these niggas stop fucking whatever bitch that was because they started putting two and two together and realized like this bitch is bad luck. She drains my money. And she might have given him an STD. I heard there was a baby that wasn't somebody's, or up to two. This bitch has drove this nigga to hell in a handbasket and bent him over personally for the devil to fuck him loose with no goddamn Vaseline. And I feel like he was warned so many times about this, and that's probably why this masculine feels so fucking retarded, and he wants to tell Divine Feminine, like, listen, I really made several severe mistakes. I don't want to argue no more. I don't want you coming at me. Can we just be cool type shit? And Divine Feminine, I feel like a lot of y'all, it's like, I'm not bitter, I'm not mad, but what's the need to be cool here? Like, look at all the weird shit you did. There's no reason to be cool, but like, we don't need to beef or nothing. Just leave me the fuck alone. I'll leave you the fuck alone type shit. Um, and then for some of y'all might be waiting on this masculine to reach out. Maybe y'all have kids together and you waiting to just reach out because, hey, there's a child that's alive here. So you might want to call about that or text about that, or did you want to like see if your child age? Did you want to send some money? You know what I mean? Routine shit that like a father or a mother should do for their child type shit. You know, type shit. Type shit. But you know, if it's not type shit like that, for some of y'all that don't have kids with this person, or it's your ex-husband and y'all never had kids, or a long-standing relationship, and I heard even for some of y'all you accepted a kid outside the relationship and y'all never had a kid, or you couldn't have a kid, and I'm sorry about that. You know, and that was really hard for you, and the person still fucked up. So it's like, fuck no, I ain't giving him another chance. And baby, in that fucking predicament shit, I don't know how you got the strength to do that. I wouldn't have given no chance either. But this person may be trying to come back into your energy. I feel like they're already in your 5D energy deeper. Like they're trying to be. But when it comes to the energy that I'm feeling of like physical real 3D comes to you, whether it's text, call, DM, fake it. Some of them have to make a fake account. Not some of them have been talking about. Some of them have to make a fake account just to like holler at you or talk to you or try to get in touch with you because they don't have a way. Like they blocked on everything, or things have changed, or they can't get your email. Like us, whatever the situation. Some of these people are too scared to contact y'all, and they go on sit in this energy forever that they was on demon time with like the sweetest. I heard the sweetest girl in the world. So I'm hearing that song all around the world, girls all around the world. This was out the Lil Wayne. So yeah, maybe y'all met around that era when that song came out. You, Lil Wayne, Lloyd, but yeah, because it did say 8 years. That wasn't 8 years ago. That was way more than 8 years ago. I feel like, but maybe, like I said, you and that person met before that, or maybe y'all person. Some of y'all met this person like it wasn't a super long relationship. It was like 18 months. But y'all have been broken up for like 8 months because it was like a really intense connection. Yeah, it was really intense. I just got like a pound. So if this person was causing y'all like physical migraines and stomach aches and all this shit I'm hearing, like leave this person the fuck alone. Like if some of y'all want to hear this person out because of a child situation and or just to like not have closure, because you should always give yourself closure, but be like, okay, so obviously you got some shit you want to get off your chest. And some of y'all just real cool with and slide and kind with it. Like on some, okay, cool, homie, what you got to say? Let them say what they gotta say, and it's on some shit like you already know what you gonna say, even if you don't know what they gonna say type shit, even if it's not on some intuitive shit. It's like, alright, you got what you said, what you gotta say, homie? Okay, cool. Nah, blessings on your journey. You know what I mean? Some of y'all is like, yeah, they just say whatever they want. If they need to get off their chest, I ain't vexed about it, but same outcome. We ain't gonna be together. So, and some of y'all, small few, y'all might take this person back, whether you have kids with them or not. Whether, you know, some of y'all, small few, may get remarried because y'all are actually divorced from this person. Some of y'all are in court proceedings with this person right now, and the court proceedings is making this nigga want you back. And for some of y'all is like, oh, it's just because it's cheaper to keep her. And for some of y'all, that is the reason. And for some of y'all, he wanted you and whoever he was cheating on you with. Like, it's very complex, but either way, there is just a very strong energy of, like, there is a very narcissistic, karmic nigga that I don't know if he's trying to change over a new leaf. He wants a new life, new life. New life. He wants a new life, either with you or away from whatever he was doing, because it didn't fare well for him. So I don't know if this nigga's just in regret and wants you back because he's just a selfish narcissist that thinks you're property, and or he's trying to get at. Like, I feel like for some they're just karmic and they're trifling. For some of them they still karmic and trifling because they did all this shit, but they're trying to like emerge, and they're actually willing to kind of go through their dark night of the soul, which is like a big step. I'll give that to you. If you was doing some real foul shit and you gotta go through a dark night of the soul, I ain't gonna fraud you. I went through a dark night of the soul, and I'm not no fucked up person. I've never been a fucked up person, and that shit was still motherfucking hard to wake up every day with fucking premonitions and realizations of things that people were doing around me or hurt me, even if it wasn't shit I was doing to nobody. Let me tell you, that shit fucking hurts. So to have to sit down and evaluate what you did to people, what they did to you, what was done all the way dating back, because you never sat down to evaluate, and now you gotta do it from age 5, 8, or whenever somebody first hurt you. That shit is rough. So like big ups. I mean it, karmic or not. You are now trying to rise out of Karmicville. That's a fucking salute right there. It's hard as shit to go through the dark night of the soul. And anybody that make it out of that shit, you get a badge of honor from me. It really is a spiritual cleansing of that first big layer of getting the filth fucking off of you, whether it was other people's energy, your own energy that you've amassed because of what you let other people manipulate in your life. So it's like I feel like there is just a lot of heavy manipulation and spell work that was done in this X connection. And it was a lot of group activities. It was this person's family. It could have been whoever this bitch is and her family too. It was like a big collabo of fucking bullshit, smorgasbord of dumb motherfuckers that wanted to hurt people. And hurt people. So it really leads me to believe that these karmic people that were involved were raised by completely karmic people that never have changed, and they're now 50, 60, 70, 80 years old, still preaching and pushing forward pain by talking about karmic shit or preaching karmic ways or whatever, or even indulging the adult children acting like they're, oh, it's okay that you did that, baby, like she should be a, no, bitch, you should have raised your son better. So, and I get it, maybe your old ass wasn't raised right, but it's like the buck gotta stop somewhere. Like, all this shit that my mom fucking fucked up with me, abused me, even some of the stuff because my dad wasn't perfect that he did wrong. Guess what the fuck? My dad was an alcoholic. He died an alcoholic. He died because of alcohol and probably a couple other reasons. Mm-hmm. But, but, y'all, hold on. Give me a second. Mm. But, but I had a binge drinking problem for like 11, 12 years, early 20s into my 30s, and I slowed up into my 30s, but I didn't fully quit. And then I would still have little episodes where it just got out of hand and shit, and I would feel sick for days at a time. And then I had an illness diagnosis with cancer, and that really, caused me to rearrange and change my life. And I'm cancer free, thank God, yay, amen. But so I'm so happy and proud about second chance, third, fourth, fifth chance, new lease on life. Every day is a new chance as long as you have air in your lungs. I'm a testimony of God for that. So yay, but y'all, it's really imperative that you get these fuck people away from you if they're not already away from you, because energy this filthy is like, one, it's draining me, not draining me, but it's making me tired, and I know I'm kind of not tired, but it's making me feel like, ugh, like I don't want to be sitting here, I don't want to be talking about these people, because it's hurt people will give you the excuse all day into their 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s that like they didn't know any better. Okay, at some point you did know better, because I knew better at fucking 8 when my mom was doing weird shit. I knew it wasn't right. I couldn't speak up about it. And when I did speak up about it, I wasn't taken seriously. Nobody ever fucking helped me or saved me. Nobody did a thorough CPS checking on shit. It was the fucking 90s and people were fucking doing whatever the fuck they was doing. But at the end of the day, it's like, how long you gonna go and see how other, like, you're a human, you observe shit. Now, unless you just live in a fucking twilight zone, which maybe some of y'all karmic parents put magical gloves, like I said, gloves. Maybe they use gloves or something, but maybe they put magical glasses, goggles on y'all so y'all couldn't really see the real world. And that's a real fucking thing when your parents are so manipulative into adulthood that you can't see the real world around you. So in the real world, you look around and it's like, oh, that most families act like this. I'm not saying the way anyone else acts is how you should act, but there's always a bar or a standard that you should know what the standard of the bar is, even if you outside that standard, at least to understand, like, yo, where am I at? Because I don't even have a gauge on what normalcy is. And even though nobody is not cool to be normal, I'm not telling nobody they need to be normal, but you should know the fucking standard of what that is. What stability looks like. And these people clearly never the fuck saw that, never learned that, never felt that, never foundationally understood healthy love from even a place of a child because they were abused or mistreated. And it's fucking foul, but that does not give you rights reserved to abandon your own children and put them through the same, if not worse, of a process that you were put through. Like, these karmics don't even think about that shit. You are fucking your kids up the same way your parents let little whoever fuck you up or take advantage of you or hurt you. That's what the fuck you're doing. Just like how your daddy left you and only saw you once every several years, never help your mom with a dime. You're doing the same thing to your son. Doing the same thing to your son. You are doing the same thing to your son. You're like, oh, son, yeah. I had you just to do the same shit my daddy did to me that I get drunk and talk about and cry about every night to your mom. Every night something comes up that I'm drunk talking to your mom. Once a night it comes up that my dad had 27 kids and never gave a fuck about me, but I'm trying to still love him. It's like, nigga, just tell your dad you hate him already. And then move on with it. Ask him for some therapeutic suggestions. Tell that nigga like, yo, the inner 5-year-old in me waited for you and you never fucking came. And ask for a real conversation and stop taking shit out on your fucking kids because you're a grown ass motherfucking nigga. So if you have baby and small children, you can't just, you know what I mean? Even if it's not a baby, like your child is your child, like my nigga. And then you can't reserve, oh, I'm gonna treat this child. I don't even know if it's mine. I don't know what's going on. But I'm gonna treat this child great. And then I'll get back to that child, when I feel like being cool with their mom. No, that doesn't work either. And if that's something your dad did to you, he's a fucking, I was about to say anus. Jesus. He's a fucking retard, piece of shit. You can tell him I said that shit. Like, fuck that nigga for abandoning you. And fuck your mom for if she set you up where she went and fucked a married nigga or married an unavailable nigga or just had her pussy everywhere. Well, your mom was very irresponsible and a fucking whore too. So you were birthed to a fucking whore and a daddy who was a rolling fucking stone. And you're like, oh, let's repeat the cycle, at least on my end. Like, bro, that's fucking filthy. Confirmation is nasty, it's disgusting, and no child that grows up in a healthy way in their right mind would ever have fucking respect for you. They're gonna look at you like you're a fucking miscreant. So just think about that while you're out here like pop and fly and do whatever the fuck else you thought you were doing, Mr. Reverse King of Swords, with like your fucking bullshit and your whores. Like, think about that. Really think about that. Because people are only getting older, and this person is sick. You're sick and you're older. What do you have to show for it? Is any of your children like making you cards while you're sick, sitting in some clinic with a drip right now? Probably not. Maybe just that one or two, if they're even yours, number one and number two. It's just like probably a manipulation tactic that their mother's telling them to do. You know what I mean? You gotta understand, like, people show you what they want you to see until the mask slips so far that they have no choice for you to see what they actually are. And then some people that were raised to believe that the mask is real and the real shit is fake, they still don't even see it. And some of these people end up risking their lives fucking with karmic Jezebel Delilahs, and I mean men or women, okay, that are travesties to good people. They're a travesty to your energy, and everybody, like I said, has a dark side. But if you are somebody of good, strong character, you will fight your way on a soul level away from people that are trying to misguide you consistently, whether it's into breaking the law, whether it's into harming people you love, or supposed to just like disrespecting human nature in general. If somebody is encouraging that behavior from you or suggesting that behavior to you, that person is foul, disgusting, and God don't fuck with that individual. So I suggest you don't fuck with them. Because if you're fucking with that person, God is gonna fuck you over for fucking with them and doing anything with them that they did to fuck somebody else over. So it's just like lessons here. Lessons are valuable for everyone. Higher learning, kids. But y'all, I'm getting off here. My throat is still dry. These people are fucking dry and dingy. But I love y'all, my loves. This was a longer late night than I thought. It is 11815 on the timer. So y'all, and I did this nice, pretty background music because I thought it was gonna be a heavier reading, which it was. So I wanted to do a nice, light, airy background. But y'all, I'm gonna go back to chilling, laying down, going to sleep. Okay, but thank you for hanging out with me. If you're seeing this, whenever you're seeing it, take it resonately, but don't. Definitely don't force anything to apply. And if you have further questions or like how I read, definitely like it for me, hype the video, all that great stuff. And if you want to book a personal reading, y'all, I'm getting delirious. There's stuff down there at the bottom, okay?